back to Dog and Partridge, place of own fine craft ales. If you haven't met him before, you want to fan some shouting at the telly like me yesterday, and especially at the TMO. We are, of course, talking Leicester Tigers rugby and the disgusting decisions that was made by the TMO. But anyway, it's world famous if Alan Partridge.
This is my brewmaster of Dave Partridge, and he's wrong because I was shouting at telly nearly as much as him. Well, not quite as much as him, but yeah.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Beer Kit Reviews from deepest darkest Lincolnshire.
We're doing a second intro.
No.
We're just rambling about rugby, aren't we? So, we're shocking. Anyway, we are here, really, not to talk about rugby, but to talk about beer.
Yes.
I think we've got quite a few to get through. So
we've got quite a few to get through, a full range of beers from across the bar and across the taps. For all range of surprise today.
Ooh, where are we starting, bro?
Well, that's a quick question because we normally discuss this, but these are all grain beers, so we don't have to do any particular order. Because obviously we normally start with extract beer kit and then move on. But I reckon we should probably start with the lager.
I think you're right, and probably finish on that one I was just talking about, and I'll tell you why in a bit.
Okay.
Right then, so I haven't got any accoutrements for this one, I don't think, have I?
Yeah, you've got the brew, big kind of brew day in a box. Oh, I don't mean it's. Well, yes, it's brew day in a box.
Right, this is Darkrock all grain beer kit beer Italia.
There you go.
Comes in one of these if you're not familiar with them. So all your kit's in here.
Yeah. Normally there's a little blur just on that blue bit
There is, there's a blur bit.
Yeah. Tells you all about it.
Blur bit. So, this is beer Italia, has a rich golden colour.
It has indeed, sir.
Correct. The moderate maltiness and body of this beer are matched with a distinctive hop aroma.
Yes.
And flavour which is provided by Northern Brewer.
Northern Brewer
and Hersbrucker hops.
Right, okay. Don't normally get Northern Brewer.
This is a smooth, refreshing, full-bodied classic Italian lager, which is best served chilled.
Just chilled, sir.
How much these really Italian for about, bro?
Again, about 24 quid. You add yeast, but this does actually come with Nova lager yeast.
Oh, yes.
So now you can brew a lager at room temperature without no complications.
Right, yeah. Cool.
I'm just going to flick the switch back here.
Oh, he's just going to flick a switch back there. Just do apologise. The bar's gone off. The bar's still dark. It's all gone wrong.
So there you go. I've done a quick switch there because what I did was actually turn the chiller off in the cellar because I could hear it.
You can hear it.
And if I could hear it, you could hear it back
there. Hear it on there. Hopefully, there's a bit in there that my brother's going to edit out.
Oh,
a couple of us just looking like idiots for a few minutes there. Anyway, moving swiftly onto the lager. We've not even had any beer yet. I mean, dear Lord.
We have had this before, and it's probably one of my favourites, to be honest, in a nice hot summer's day. And you're getting those aromas from the
it's quite a nice mild, pleasant smell, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Quite a nice, welcoming, it's not, because some lagers you go, oh, God, no. But that is almost, like you say, almost citrusy.
Yes. Yeah. Almost a bit like that other Italian beer. Moretti. Right, shall we go in?
I think we should go in. Cheers.
Crisp, cold, refreshing. That hits the spot.
Oh, that hits the spot, especially just after your lights make it go out. That's cracking. I know we've had that one before, but that's brilliant.
That's brilliant. Definitely still out of 10.
I'm a little bit gutted. I was having a few beers with my brother the other night and I didn't have one of those, and I wish I had now. So, yeah, that's fantastic. It's a 10 out of 10 all day long,
Crisp, delicious.
Fantastic.
Lagerish.
And
we can still like lager, even though I like ale. I mean, it's just one of those things, isn't it?
It's not your fizzy Carling Foster's sort of lager. Although we've got them in the thingy glasses, but it's not highly, what I call highly carbonated. It's just, it's brilliant. Just right, that. Just right. Sitting down again, having a few of them. Right, we're going this then, bro.
We are going to Malt Miller.
Malt Miller, Fresh Walk, Cascade, Nevada.
Well, we don't know what we're doing today, do we?
You see, you should have asked me and I would have read it soon, but there you go. So, this comes in a box.
Yes.
Big box like that. Now, this is this Fresh Walk stuff again, isn't it?
Yeah. So in that box is a bag of wort that somebody's already made somewhere to call all the hard work out of brewing for you. And basically, you just add yeast and hops.
So it's a pretty straightforward thing. Because somebody else has done all the work, is it a bit more expensive?
You guessed it.
Nah.
Some of these kits, fresh wort kits, are running at 60 quid now on Malt Miller.
Wow.
I think I got that at about 49 quid.
Okay. So obviously, the advantage is somebody else has done a lot of the work for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is Fresh Walk kit, base 3, hopped fresh wort containing malted and unmalted cereals, including barley and hops. It contains gluten.
Now this is the Cascade Nevada version.
Not on that.
So you sent the Cascade hops.
Yeah.
And you add them at the times it says on the instructions.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, add yeast, yes, and away you go.
Okay.
So it is this is probably the easiest way of enjoying full grain or brewery quality beer without actually doing anything.
But also,
As such.
but also, unfortunately, probably the most expensive way of doing
Yes.
it. Yeah. Unless obviously you've got to buy a kit. Obviously, all this involves kit of one way, form or another.
Yeah, well, you've got to have a fermenter.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're doing a bit of home brewing, you've got a fermenter anyway. If you're still doing the basic stuff like malt extract kits, and you think to yourself, I wonder what the difference really is compared, get yourself a fresh wort kit, try it, brew it, taste it, see if you can taste the difference before you probably want to buy a all-in-one brew machine.
Right. Well, it's hazy. I presume it's supposed to be hazy.
Well, I don't know.
I'm not getting a huge nose off it.
No, I'm not. I'm expecting more from the Cascade Nevada, really, to be sure.
In fact, I'm struggling to get much of anything from that.
Yeah, same here. Oh, winning.
We best go and taste it then. Cheeky.
That's really good.
It is really good. Surprisingly, I prefer the beer Italia we just had there.
Well, I don't actually. That's smooth, the good quality mouthful, it's rounded. I'm getting loads of different kind of flavours from the Cascade hops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine it's really quite bitter on the back end, isn't it?
Quite a bit on the back end.
Yeah.
Yes.
So after you drank it, you initially think, oh yeah, there's a lot of flavors, and then it's like, oh, that's really dry at the back.
Dry at the
and
back
bitter.
from those Cascade hops, they're going to give you the piney and citrusy and refreshing beer.
Pine, that's what I'm getting, not pine.
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
That being said, it's still a 10 out of 10. It's a cracking beer. It's a cracking beer. Ah. You've got to get forward. He's still.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Now, shall we break the palate up a little bit, bro? Shall we have a dark beer?
Can break your palate? Oh, my palate. Oh, so yeah. Right. Yes, that's a dark beer, bro.
So we'll go to Brew Day then. And they're Guinness Clone.
Oh. Have we had this before, bro?
I think we are in the past, yes, to be fair.
Lovely.
But now I've got it on Guinness pump, as I probably did before. Really chilled in the kegerator. And also I have got a recirculating chiller running alongside, so the pump is now actually
So
cold.
this is actually really is extra cold.
Extra cold Guinness. There you go, sir.
Marvellous. Wow. It's nice. Nice afternoon just to be drinking extra cold Guinness, isn't it? Straight from your own bar.
I reckon an extra cold Guinness on a sunny afternoon is just as good as a lager.
Oh yeah. Oh, I think it's I'm not going to argue anything. Argument for me there.
I thought it was. I was about to give bar, but
No, I totally agree. I do like a Guinness. Lovely Guinness in the sunshine. Nothing wrong with that at all. So all grain kit, like you just said.
All grain kit comes fairly simple instructions. They do give you this little. What's it say there, bro?
I'll engage the glasses.
Yeah. What is it?
Lactic acid.
Lactic acid.
5 millilitres.
You add that at some point, as per instructions to the brew. This is supposed to give it the Guinness twang.
Is it? Twang. Okay. Right, yeah. And what sort of price is this kit? Can you remember?
Reasonable, actually, compared.
Okay, lovely.
I think it's basically, I think 19, 20 quid, something like that.
Oh, really? Not bad at all then, yeah.
Not bad at
Cool.
all.
Right. Well, obviously for starters, it looks like Guinness. Oh, my glass is frozen. This is going to be good. Yeah, it looks like Guinness.
Chilly glass, chilly glass.
Smells like
It
Guinness.
smells like Guinness.
You know what it's going to do, don't you?
Hopefully.
Hopefully, it's going to taste like Guinness. So, shall we go in? Cheers, bro.
Cheers, bro.
Oh,
My life.
shut that door.
We're not spelling Guinness.
That's fantastic.
Oh my God.
That's really, really, really good.
That's more than good, isn't it? There's a load. I think that's a little bit more coffee and chocolate notes.
A little bit more than Guinness, because obviously Guinness is drank by a multitude. You know, it's a worldwide beer. This is probably a little bit more unique, I'd say. It's got a little bit more going on about it, I think.
That's probably a bit more like just like there's different Guinnesses. You can get Guinness Original. Guinness Original is in bottles normally, not on the stout pump. And it's a little bit more like, it's got a bit more flavour.
Oh, that's good. It's 10 out of 10.
Definitely 10 out of 10.
This is getting... This year, I tell you, this is just fantastic. It's terrible having this bloke as my brother. I tell you, coming around here drinking all these 10 out of 10
Well,
beers.
I mean, you can have a lager that's 10 out of 10, you can have a stout that's 10 out of 10. And if you are a beer drinker, you can appreciate each different style of beer.
Yes.
So how can you give a lager a 10 out of 10 when you also give a stout a 10 out of 10? Because if you are a beer drinker of different tastes,
And like I said earlier,
you
that's
can appreciate both.
that's craft lager, as I call it. It's still got
Premium lager, I like to call it.
premium lager. It's got lots of lovely flavours going on. It's nice. It's not a carling. It's not a one of these you buy in a pub. It's highly carbonated. It's a cracking beer. Yeah. Fourth beer, bro.
Fourth beer.
Yeah.
We can push through. We can do it.
This one is on my phone.
Yes.
Not there, but the
The
description
blurb.
of the phone. Right. So this is why I'm going to finish with this one. This is not carbonara. This is from Brew Day. And this is a Napier, an oat cream IPA Napier apparently, and it's 6.6%.
What?
6.6.
George.
So you might want to take a bit steady on this stuff. That's not carbonara. Juicy, hazy, and packed full of creamy oats. Was it packed full of creamy oats?
Well, there was oats in it, but I didn't think they was very creamy.
Okie dokie. Delivering it a citrus, tropical fruit, and a smooth, velvety body. Take the beer, channel your inner Tony Soprano, and brew a beer that would even make Paulie stop stirring the gravy. There's quite a lot of blurb like that about this. I mean, it's juicy and hazy, like we just said.
I'm not sure where this brewer, if you scroll down a little bit, they've been given this recipe by somebody else. I think it's Tony somewhere.
It has, just before going there, it's got Citra Mosaic hops in it. So the local home brewer, Tom Burwood Ansell, consistently produces top quality beers and is generous enough to bring in samples to us at Brew Day. Having never failed to impress with his recipe, design and technical process, we wanted to share some of those recipes with you. Try tested kits in your midst. And then it gives you all the ingredients. There's a lot of information if you go on Brew Day's website about it. So I'm
not sure if he's from around here, you know, that Tony, because I put it in earlier on the Google, and he said it was from Tony from Seaford in Lincolnshire.
Right.
So whether he is or
Tony, if you are, come round. There is just one thing about this which I want to mention.
Yes.
And that's the price.
Well, it's got 7 hops in it, bro.
I know it's got 7 hops in it, but it's £55.
Yeah, isn't it?
Which we're starting to edge out of the... Obviously, if you've got the money to buy it, it's great, but we're edging out of the homebrew...
Context of fun.
Well, a little bit, maybe. Obviously, you're going for, hopefully, a better product. But obviously, one of the reasons to do homebrewing is the joy of homebrewing, obviously, for cheap beer.
Well, it's still cheap in a way compared to the pub. I mean, buying a Napier in the pub, don't get me wrong, if you can, it's going to be £6.
At that strength, I mean, it's going to be £6 or £7.
Yeah, that strength, it's going to be up there. You probably won't be even able to buy a pint in some pubs. In these grassy places, it's got to be £6 for half.
I was just about to say, maybe we should have had half. Well, I've kind of got half, I suppose. Right then, shall we see what it's like?
We see what it's like, yes. Let's
hazy, but I'm not surprised it's hazy. It's
Napier.
It's a Napier in the mouth, isn't it? Oh, I'll be just whacked in the face by that smell.
Pineapple, passion fruit.
Stony fruits, citrus, everything going on there, isn't there?
Isn't there?
It's going to be like breakfast, isn't it?
Let's try it.
Yeah.
Cheers. Controversially, that's not my favourite out of all these beers.
It's not mine either. Now, it probably does what it says on the box.
Yes.
But it's very grapefruity.
Very grapefruity, bordering on pineapple, bordering on gooseberry.
It's bordering on suck your face inside out. Now, if that's what you like, it's a bit too much for me.
You can, it's a problem with these craft brews, you can just throw too much at it. It's like going for steak and chips and then everybody puts like coleslaw, mushrooms, onion rings, blah, 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 blah. And this is what's happened here. I think that you've thrown too much at it.
There has a lot been thrown at that. Quite a complex taste, there's a lot going on. It's fruity, but then it's bitter, then it's sharp
dry.
And it's sour all at the same time. It's too much.
It's too much.
For me.
For my taste.
So hence, I can't give it a 10 out of 10.
That's the first 10 out of 10 we ain't had.
Of the year?
Mm.
Well, made it to June, bro. Halfway through. Well, he is, isn't he?
Yeah, controversially, especially regarding the price.
Yeah, you see.
Now, if you put that against Marlborough Mist.
Marlborough Mist all day long.
Marlborough Mist all day long?
Yes, I'm afraid, yes.
I'm afraid it's that style of beer, that kind of like taste.
Yeah, because now I drink it, all I can taste is like sour, sort of like you say, like grapefruit. That's the resounding taste you're left with after. It's not overly pleasant. Oh, now then.
Yeah, it's 8.5 out of 10 for me.
He might bar me. I'm going to go for 7. I don't like it. I'm sorry, but I just don't like it.
I'll take it off you then, sir.
Put a good job with it being 6.6%.
We'll see you next time when it'll just be me, the Dog Partridge, with some brew reviews. And,
I'm not having a go at your brewing, bro. I'm having a go at the beer. Anyway.
Sorry, Tony. Probably you don't come round.
Tony, probably if you come round, don't please don't hit me. Alright. Right then. Let's tell these lovely people in YouTube land what's coming on our next video.
Okay then.
Brew Day, 36 degrees north.
Yes. I think that's by Lenton Lane, actually. So that's a collab beer. You can only get that Brew Day.
I'll have to have a Google it.
Lenton Lane is a brewery in the Nottingham area.
And does it lie on 36 degrees north, do you think? Is that
what, their brewery?
Yes.
That's a good question.
I'm just wondering.
We'll be back next time with more information.
Find that out. Malt Miller. Oh, is that Chris Pineapple Passion?
Yeah, Chris's Pineapple Passion.
It's Chris's Pineapple Passion. I'll look forward to that.
You won't.
No.
He's being a bitch to can, I'll tell you that. Anyway.
Darkrock. Oh,
it's Equinaut.
Is it? Because for me it looks like Slipknot, but...
That's the name, you wazzock.
I'm a wazzock. I've had some... Anyway, it's Equinaut Smash.
Yes. What's the Smash stand for, bro? Come on, remember, come on.
Single... I did, because I did it the other day.
Single mash.
That's it.
And single hop.
That's it, single mash and single hop. Which I didn't realise until he told me the other week.
Well, you're already on the box.
I was on the box, right? Yeah. I think I should go for a lie down, you know. Are we about there, bro?
I think you are, bro, yeah. I'm just going to carry my brother home and we'll see you next time.
I think I'm going back to my first beer. I'm going back to lager.
I'm going back to Guinness.
Yeah, well, there you go then.
There you go.
There you go. So,
until next time, it's a goodbye from him.
It's a goodbye from him. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
To the king!
To the king!
Oh, oh.